Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an unboxing. Although it's not my intention to do this, but hey, why not? Many of you watched my video last week and you know that I'm on my way to chase for the feeling of old school Wi-Fi music experience. And I purchased this headphone called flathead. It's a flathead, is a type of headphone. The model is E300, and I wasn't really happy about it. And I told you guys I'm going to try the Field FF5 this week. So I returned that E300 last week, and the shop was pretty good. They accepted. In fact, they told me that if you don't like my sound, make sure you protect it well and then ship it back to us and we have your money back, which is brilliant. And it has been done for 2 days and everything was sorted. And then I was talking to the other shop owner about a comparison between the Field FF5 and the E300 I had. And he said, what was the problem? I told him that I was looking for an old school Wi-Fi experience. Otherwise, I won't go for a flathead. I will stay with my IM, such as this, my Solaris, which is I've been showing you guys for the past 3-4 videos. It's a very good IM, and I like it. It served the purpose, and it reached the point where I prepared to spend the most out of audio equipment. I'm very happy with this product, but let me put this aside. As I told you guys, I was looking for some old school hi-fi. I was keep saying Wi-Fi. See, that's a problem. I was chasing for the old school hi-fi feeling, and I don't know which one to go for, and I'm thinking about the Field FF5. And then the shop owner goes, they're probably not the one you're looking for, because the Field FF5, that is also a very accurate earpiece. So basically, it's going to be something toward this direction, because Solaris is very accurate. It's very controlled. On top of that, the bass is very good. The vocal was very good. The mids and highs are very good. So it's a very, how to say, it's mixture of feeling of the Solaris. But doesn't matter how much you are going through to this headphone, this still a very precise earpiece. What I mean was, when you put them on, you see they've got that silicone tip, and the nozzle is quite focused, and you have the hook around your ear. So basically, and this is quite big IM. So basically what you experience is you have a very precise, direct earphone experience out of this. Any bit of out of tune is gonna not be noticed straight away. And the problem is, I got tired of this. But let's not mention that I cannot wear this for more than 2 hours, because my ear canal is gonna hurt, because it is still a quite big of earpiece. And the problem is, I got tired of this kind of music experience. It's very precise, it's very direct, it's very focused. But that's not all the time that I want to listen to music. I want to be relaxed. I want it to be happy, positive, and joy. And this headphone, to be honest, it doesn't bring that much of relax to me. So that's the very beginning, and that's the main purpose where I was started to look for a new approach of my music experience. And then talking about the shop owner, and then he told me that so the Field FF5 might not be the one you're looking for. Instead, you want something like this. This is a slightly smaller, I can't say they're smaller, slightly less known product from InCloud. And the serial number is RW3000. I think they've got an RW4000 came up. This one, the Chinese name is, don't laugh, it's called Heavenly Cow. I don't know why they call it obsessed. I did some research. This says because the earpiece, the internal structure, at least looks like a snail. And snail in Chinese is something called warniu, so it's connected with cow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this, open up and see what's inside. And then I'm going to stop this video. And then I will listen to this for 2 days. And I will shoot the second half of the video and let you guys know how I feel about it. Remember, it's not going to be something amazingly precise and controlled. On the other hand, I'm looking for something very relaxing, warm, and very punchy basic bass, and very good vocal. Okay, let me open this up. Sorry, don't want to show you guys the violence. Yeah, there is. There we have it coming out. And you see, straight away, you see this is a very Chinese products packages. It's got this bubble. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. And strap, you got this heat shrink foil. Is it? This is their name. It's called. Oh, it's actually manufactured in Shenzhen. Okay. The price for this, yeah, I forgot to mention the price. The price for this is around, let me guess, let me remember. Yeah, I paid £140 for this. This is the double, just let you know, this is double the price of Field FF5. At the moment, at this very moment, we're at the end of October in China. At this very moment, the price for Field FF5 is 770 RMB, so it's roughly about £77, something like that. And the price for this is around 1,500 RMB. So we calculated something like £150. And the one above this is called RW4000. That is double the price of this. So you're paying something around £300 for that. And then I'm going to open this up. Please bear with me, because I do not have those fancy box cutter. I'm just use a broken ruler, which is have a sharp edge. I just open it up. Yeah, by the way, the shop I got this from, they are very nice. They kind of told me that if I don't like the sound, I can return it, but I need to pay like £4 or £5 on top of the posting costs, which is fair enough. A good way to do their business, because audio equipment, to be honest, doesn't matter how much you read from the forum or the website. At the end of the day, it's still going to go down to personal. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Simple like that. I just need to find a way to open it. It's a Magnum safe. So another typical Chinese product packages is the paper is not very high quality. They are right, but when you hold them on hand, you feel like they're not as premium as something like Apple. It's not in the same level. So open it up, and those are the earpiece. It's a flat head, but they got I think they've got detachable cables somewhere. It's going to be here. So the earpiece is here. The driver is 14.5 millimeter diameter, so it should provide a very, very good bass and very good losing end, kind of like what you call them is very fatty feeling. So very low end but very relaxed. It's not something very solid like this one. This is very solid. It goes and it stops. So it combined with solid and controlled in terms of the bass. Whereas this, it should have a very losing and relaxing bass. Yeah, and the shell is aluminium. It's very light. This is very heavy. To be honest with you, like when you put them on hand, when the heavy IEM, they always feel more premium. Whereas this is very light. Right, I'm going to put this aside and open this box up. Straight up, there's another Chinese product packages. Plastic bag. Loads of plastic bag. I don't know if they spend all the money on actually all the material, which is, if the dust will be brilliant. The cable is quite nice. The cable is quite nice. The quality is good, and it's very soft. It's very rubbery, very soft. Apart from this bit here, is it? I don't know how much it's gonna really cost them to do like custom parts, but this with the tube cut off like that is not very convincing. I believe the product from Field, even though the same price, they can offer much better quality of cable, like by looking at it and by feeling. Things like this is quite, like, how to say, they're quite standard. And if this is detachable, yeah. It is detachable. Right. Let me see. So what's in this? Ooh. This is interesting, guys. They actually gave me 3 sets of. They've got a 4.4, 3.5. I think this is 2.5 millimeter. Right. So this is quite serious. What I mean by that is, back in the day when we were talking about flathead earpiece like this one, they always says about the playing like equipment, the stronger the better, and you can never overpower a set of like a flat head earpiece. So with a 4.4, that means I can connect them to a slightly stronger playing equipment. Yeah, it's gonna fit. Yeah, wow, this is impressive. I will talk to you guys after a couple days about my testing. I'll let you know how I feel about it. Oh, but wow, where's the mesh? Oh, there's another. Right. This is not very respectful to the main piece. Anyway, it do looks like pair of bull horn, is it? Is it? I mean, don't get me wrong. This, even though they're light, but they're not cheap. They feels alright in terms of like aluminium. They feels alright. This is right. This is right. Let me see the connections. It feels okay too when you plug them in. The way they've done the connection bits, they've done some homework. What I mean was, it's very tight. At the same time, it's not losing. Talking about my campfire audio, sometimes it's a bit losing in here, but I had this for what, 5 years now, so they should be losing, because at the end of the day, they just rubber metal connection. This is new, so they should be tight, and this is very good. It feels quite good. Not premium good, but they're quite good. Right, let me see what's inside. There should be the mesh around somewhere. Is it going to be here? Yes, that's all the mesh. I've got full cover. I think that's a full cover mesh. What's this? Some kind of clipper. What for? Ah, for securing the cable. Ah, okay, I got it. Thoughtful, but don't know if it's really useful. Do you know why? Do you want to know why? Because this kind of things, it appears in our 90s era, not even 80s, 90s, where people carry Discman and MD, like a mini disc. Normally they have something called line control. Behind the line control, you have something like this, a clicker, like a clipper. What does it do is, you can open up, click it into your t-shirt or your shoulder stripe of your backpack, so you're not gonna jingling around with all the cables. But with this, I doubt it, because first of all, it's not a very long cable. I'm guessing it's what, 1.2, 1.5, and most importantly, flathead does not really block out your ambient sound. So if you wear them outside, for example in the underground or train station, it's not a very good experience. Well, I mean, it's better than something like this, like an on-ear headphone. This will be better than this, definitely. But just compare it with any like a wire headphone, IM is better than this. Much better sound isolation. And that is the reason why you cannot wear this for more than 2 hours, because they block, like physically they block everything. They're trying to block everything. And by doing so, they will expand within your ear canal, so you will feel hurt. Whereas this is just like resting in front of the ear canal, so it's not going to block much of the ambient sound and everything. So back in the, like this, might not be so useful. Anyway, my main purpose is just this. Inspiring, I paid what, £140, 150 pound for a pair of headphones and a flathead, and I want to find out how good they are. For some reason, I don't know if you guys can realize, I'm pretty close up. I don't know if my phone can actually catch this. You see the gap on this side is bigger than this, is it? Can you see? Or are they the same? Anyway, leave in comment, let me know. I believe this one is bigger, this one is smaller. Right, open up the mesh and see what we got. Yeah, we got the donor mesh. That's for the mids and the highs, I believe. And I always wear mesh on my flathead because it makes it feel, first of all, it feels more comfortable. Second of all, it gives more sound, a better sound quality. And they've got a full cover mesh. And for like this kind of mesh, they can provide, make your earphone provide like much better bass response. But anyway, I'll try them tomorrow. In 2 days, yeah, I might try them just for tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening I will shoot another video comparing this. And no, I'm not going to compare. I'm just going to do some reviews on this and see how good they are. That's back to our topic, talking about the ambient sound. They're quite tight to take off. The quality is quite good. You see, the quality is quite good. Okay. Yeah, talking about ambient sound. I know I've said it so many times for the past like 2 videos. Get an AirPod Pro 3 if you are daily using, taking the public transport, buses, underground train. Go for that. That is a much better option. For AirPod Pro 3, they provide you with much better ambient sounds, ANC. So anything you want to block, they'll be they does the job very good. So far, across the market, they probably really is what they said they are, the best noise cancelling headphone. Right, I put the mesh on, and it looks like this. And don't get me wrong, mesh can also provide a much better comfort like than this. So if you're interested to get a pair of flathead, remember to get, but they should come with loads of mesh, so the same as this one. Yeah, that's about it. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll do the review in my next video. Okay, thank you guys, take care. Once again, this earphone is called InCrowd RW3000. I didn't get paid from this, and I don't think I'll get paid ever from InCrowd. So I bought this with my own money. And again, I'm just looking for the feeling of old hi-fi feeling, music experience. I believe this is going to be the first stop to get an earpiece. And then I will let you guys know how good they are and how relaxed they are. And also I will tell you about what dongle I was using, because I purchased another one. You guys know I had a Dragonfly Cobalt, but I don't know if that is a very precise and very accurate dongle. So I'll let you know about the dongle I purchased in my next video. Oh, this is really difficult. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care and peace out. Bye bye. Hello guys. After 2 days of testing, I'm back with my decision of the InCloud RW3000. I'm gonna keep it, and I suspect this earpiece is gonna stay in my desk for quite some times. In fact, I was looking for an old school hi-fi feeling warm earpiece or equipment for some times. It's not saying that the modern equipment are not good enough. It doesn't provide me with the feeling I was looking for. I'm going to break down my thought with the RW3000, and then I'll kind of like compare them with another IEM I've got. Is the BL03. This is a very high ranking budget single dynamic drive IEM. This is a flathead, this is an IEM, but they both are single dynamic drive earpiece, whereas this one is, I think the diameter of the driver is 15 millimeter. The BL03 is 10 millimeter. So comfort wise, I suggest you guys to go and have a try, because it's slightly bigger, but because the RW3000 is sitting in front or outside of your ear canal, so unless your ear is kind of very, very small, otherwise they should be fine. And I had them Friday the whole day in my office. I only took them out during the lunch, and they're pretty good. I can keep listening to them for reasonable long time. So comfort wise, that's good. Yeah, I put this aside. I come back to, let's focus on the RW3000 for now. Sound. Let's talk about the sound. You know, I'm looking for very good bass, and very good vocal earpiece, and this one can provide it very good result for me personally. A quick comparison between the RW3000 and the Svega M300 I tested last week. The main difference is the RW3000 is more powerful. Not powerful in terms of bass, not in terms of loudness, but how to say, the whole thing, it feels more weight. The sound feels more weight than the M300, because the Svega M300 is very detailed and is very clear. At the same time, the bass was okay, but the whole package is very tidy. But RW3000 straight up is very powerful, feels more weight in sound. That means I try to explain it. It feels like it's not tight like a studio monitor. It does very good in breathe, and the height on this earpiece is very gentle. It's not going to pick. It's not very clear, to be honest, especially the bass. The bass is very relaxing, and losing is not a very accurate, but is losing them. The BR03 is losing the most of the IEM, to be honest with you. And it sounds very vintage, but I guess that's the sounds a flathead earphone can bring it to, can offer to you. It's that vintage because it's very warm, the bass is losing, the vocal is good, but the vocal is not very, how to say, it's not crystal clear. And it does very good for a warm vocal and guitar and piano. That's what this earphone good at. At the same time, some say it's not for classical music because the sound stage is not large enough. But to me, they are okay. They are not bad. You can try it, but what it does very good is listen to jazz, R&B, and 90s or even year 2000s music or rap, hip-hop. These are very good because back in the day, the bass is kind of like relaxing. The modern music, the bass are very accurate, very punchy, and it requires a very good control. So when the sound comes, the next beat will catch up. So if your earpiece is not good in management, it will get messed up. So the last beat of the bass and the first beat of the next sound, it kind of like overlap, and that's not a very good feeling. Especially the modern IEM, they tend to bring the vocal in front, so you hear very clear of the vocal. That brings us to the second point. When I wear this, let's put the comfort aside, and it's very relaxing. It brings back the feeling of, how to say, you can listen to music and you relaxing, listen to it and you feel comfortable and happy. And whereas something like this, BR03, although they share the same concept, this is also a single dynamic drive IEM, but everything inside this is very compact and tidy. So all the sound coming out from the nozzle is very precise, although it's not as precise as my other IEM, the Solaris, that was in different level. But people ranked this BL03 as the king of $1,000 IEM. And don't get me wrong, they are okay. They are pretty good. But after some times of listening to the BL03, you start to feel, how to say, it's a bit tired. It doesn't have much of the character. I mean, they're good. They're very good, and they're comfortable and everything. They're light and comfortable and everything. But it just, personally, when I listen to this for some times, and then I will have this ego to look for something else. There's just a gap. The BL03 doesn't really fulfill the last bit. But in general, they are very good, and they are cheap. I believe this is the first version. I think they've got the second version, the Gen 2, came out a couple years ago. But this is like the older one, the Gen 1. And some say, I haven't tried the second generation, so I can't really judge that. But some say the original BR03, it sounds much better than the new generation. If you guys got a chance, please to go and find out and then get back to me. But personally, I got this. Let me remember. Let me try to find out. I think I got this for 150 RMB. So you calculate this something around 130 or 40 pounds. But they came in with this original cable, which is not very good. I switched to do this one. Also got this from the internet. This cable is very good. And the cable itself costs about 10 pounds. So in total, I spent like 230 for this. And the case just coming with it. And not coming with this, but coming with the cables. So at the end, although these two sharing the same concept, same structure, not a similar structure, but they all drive by a single dynamic driver. But the sound coming from the RW3000 is much richer than the BR03. Not even mention that if you put into your ear canal and then you push in a little bit more or pull down a little bit more with your hand holding it, the bass is just phenomenal. At the same time, because it's kind of like an open back, it's breathable, so the sound very open and relaxing and warm. So as I showed you guys last time, you know what's coming with it. So what I connect them with for the past 2 days is this dongle here. This is the, I don't know how to pronounce them in English. It's called what? Dunnu? Yeah, Dunnu. This is a Dunnu DTC 480. The reason I picked this up is because they can offer me 2 types of connection. One is 4.4, one is 3.5. I used my RW3000 to connect it with this one. Also, I tried it with the Dragonfly combo, the blue one. And the 4.4 does offer a little bit more power, and the sound is okay, but I still prefer the Dragonfly combo, although that is 3.5 millimeter, but the sound coming up from that is more clear, whereas the sound coming from here it's got a little bit of the extra taste. It's got this, how to say, it got this touch up of those old school like warmth feeling, and it's not a bad sound. It gave a little bit extra spicy to your sound. This is the whole package. When you purchase it, you've got the dongle itself with 4.4 and 3.5 at the end, and then you've got Type-C at the other end. And you've got the volume control, plus and minus on the side. I might need a little bit more time, because when I test them, listen to music through this, I kind of feel like this is not only the volume control. When I press the plus, is not only increase the volume, also the thickness of the sound is coming with it. So, but I need to listen to this for a little bit more time to confirm that. And then you've got this light here for the Dragonfly combo. That little dragonfly is the light is going to flash according to the sample rate of your file, whereas this one is stay just one color. I think it's a light purple. And then you've got this USB-C to USB-C cable. It's like that. So I can connect it to my iPhone 16 and play Apple Music through it. And it's got this USB-A converter too. So I can also listen to the FLAC files through my laptop. Yeah, this is not a bad option, although they've got something else, some other options out in the market, but I tend to not spend too much. This one, I picked this up around 190 RMB. The guy who sold me this says it's secondhand. It's brand new, but it's a secondhand platform. And when I received them, they've got a package and everything. So I'm not complaining. Right. That's about it. The music. One more thing I need to talk about the music type for the RW3000 is not for personally. I think it's not for heavy metal. Rock, that might be good, but heavy metals, no. It's good for jazz, some 90s to year 2000s, R&B, jazz, hip-hop. They're all very suitable. But I need to emphasize with you guys is do not expecting a flathead, like a classic flathead earphone, to give you the same or similar feeling as the modern IEM, because apart from the sound isolation, the structure of this is different. So this is more like a closed back, focusing earpiece, whereas this one is more relaxing, warm. It's like a first. It is like the first stop I'm gonna try to do in searching to find out or not find out or to experience the old school hi-fi music experience back in the 90s. Yeah, that's about it. Again, I got this for the price of 1,500 RMB, so something like £150. And they are very good. They've got this RW4000 came out this year. I think it's in April. The shopkeeper said the RW4000 is even better than this one. However, the sound is more structured. The whole thing is more systematic, and also it increased the requirement of your playback system. So in my case, if I played music through my iPhone and sometimes dongles, laptop, and I would suggest you go for this one. For the RW4000, if you have a very proper set of system, you might consider RW4000. But in my case, I will stick with RW3000 for some times. And not even mention the RW4000 is double the price of this one. I think they're on sale now. The price for that is 2,700 RMB, so £270. This one, £150. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I will talk to you guys soon, and you take care. Bye bye.